Mom? Mom?
Brody, I'm right here.
I was so worried. I couldn't see you and I thought I was all alone.
I could still see you and I was looking out for you. You know how much I love you. Do you know, sometimes I can feel worried too. We all feel worried sometimes. When I feel worried and alone, I remember that God loves us so much and He cares about us and is always with us. Do you see those tiny birds? It's easy to think that those little birds aren't important, but Jesus told us that God cares about every single one of those birds. Jesus said God cares enough about each of those birds to make sure they have food every day, and they don't even have to worry.
If God cares about the little birds, He must care about me too, right?
Absolutely. God loves us so much. And even when we are really worried, we trust that God cares about us and He helps us. Come on, we've been here a while. Let's go home now. I have an experiment we can do together to learn more about this. We're going to make elephant toothpaste.
What? Really?
Actually, it's just called that. It's not really toothpaste.
Okay, how do we do it?
All right, so we are going to put a half cup of hydrogen peroxide into this empty water bottle. Perfect. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of food coloring to make it look bright. Good. All right, next, we're gonna add some dish soap. Now, swirl it all together to mix. Great.
This is looking good.
Next, I have some warm water and some yeast. We're going to add the yeast to the warm water. This is where it gets exciting. Let's put our safety goggles on. Now we're going to add the yeast water into the water bottle.
Whoa! How did it do that?
When the ingredients mix together, they release their water and their oxygen. The soap makes the bubbles, so it looks like it all expands.
That's so cool!
This is a good illustration of what can happen when we only focus on our worries.
We explode?
No, our worries can get bigger and bigger. Jesus was talking in his Sermon on the Mount to a lot of people who had a lot of worries. Some were hungry and didn't know where their next meal would come from.
I don't like being hungry. That hurts.
And God doesn't like anyone to be hungry or hurting. That's why Jesus really surprised his listeners when he said, "Don't worry about your life and what you will eat or drink. And don't worry about your body and what you will wear. Isn't there more to life than eating? Aren't there more important things for the body than clothes?"
I know the most important thing ever is following Jesus and being in God's kingdom.
Yes, knowing that God loves us and we are following him is the most important thing. Nothing else matters more than that.
I remember another part of Jesus' sermon. Jesus said, put God's kingdom first, do what he wants you to do, and then all those things will be also given to you.
Yes, instead of focusing on our worries and the things we need, we can focus on God and sharing his story with others.
That's awesome. I guess next time I'm worried, I can remember that I can trust God and know he gives us all we need.
Exactly. We can focus on God and trust him instead of only thinking about our worries. All of this is because Jesus teaches us how to live.